Silence on this quiet street in Uniontown. Just a glimpse of what neighbors on Carnation Avenue are feeling today.
And we've been blessed to know the kids from the beginning and since they were babies till now. It's just heartbreaking.
They were very good in helping the community. And
Ed Gazdaco and his wife Denise are still in shock. Their neighbors of 17 years, Jason and Melissa Dunham, and their kids, 15-year-old Renee, 12-year-old Amber, and 9-year-old Evan, are gone.
Can you guess how many cases of family annihilation there have been across the U.S. since 2020? I was shocked to learn the answer is around 227. This number really blew me away. I've only heard of a few cases over the years, the Chris Watts case being one of them, but I did not think 227. I hate hearing these stories, especially since kids are involved. I keep thinking, why include the kids? Did they seek help before this happened? Just why? According to the University of Albany case study that was done in 2020, family annihilators, also called familicide, is defined as one family member killing multiple other family members where the goal is to destroy the family unit. In most cases, they are men. In almost every case, the familicide is premeditated and the perpetrator views his family members as property, and that he maintains the right to end their lives. Regardless of motive or history, this typically stems from the belief that they are solely responsible for their family's needs. Perpetrators need to maintain their masculinity, which is tied to the family unit, as well as control and power over their family members. When these factors are threatened, they act out against the family violently and fatally. When fearing abandonment, offenders adopt a Medea complex, which is, if I cannot have them, no one can, exemplified through the Murderous. On August 24, 2023, another tragic case of familicide occurred. The Dunham family in Uniontown, Ohio, were discovered dead in their home during a welfare check. The family included parents Jason, 46, and Melissa, 42, and their 3 young children, Renee, 15, Amber, 12, and Evan, 9. Needless to say, their community was in shock and saddened by this horrible event. Michael Batchick, the chief of the Uniontown Police Department, reported that officers arrived at the 13305 Carnation Avenue home at 7:31 p.m. on Thursday, August 24th. When a police officer and a sergeant arrived at the residence, they discovered packages at the front door and a mailbox filled with collected mail. The family's automobiles were all present, and police used a neighbor's help to enter the house. They discovered the deceased family members in their respective bedrooms. All 5 members of the family had died from gunshot wounds. Investigations continue to determine the precise timeline of what happened and who fired the fatal rounds. Final death report with toxicology reports is forthcoming. However, the Stark County Coroner's Office can give a general picture of what transpired at the Jason Dunham residence in Lake Township. The family's 46-year-old head of household allegedly shot his wife Melissa many times and shot his children, Renee, Amber, and Evan, before turning the gun on himself. According to the office, the preliminary finding is based on the injuries inflicted to the bodies. The day after the tragedy happened, the neighbors remembered the family there with affection, the couple and their 3 kids. The couple moved in before having kids 18 years ago, according to Edmund Gazdaco. He and his wife Denise never had any problems with his neighbors and always enjoyed them. He claimed that the 3 kids, the youngest of whom was 9 years old, were members of the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. When they came to visit, he claimed they played with his own grandchildren. When the Gazdaco's grandchildren traveled from Oklahoma earlier this summer, kids from both families gathered in the front yard for a baseball game. Melissa was a lovely mother, according to Denise, and her husband Jason assisted the Gazdacos in installing their basketball hoop. In addition, she described Jason as a polite yet domineering man. She claimed that one of the girls was a tomboy who performed yard work and that the other was the type who made cupcakes with intricate decorations. She added that their younger brother was eager to play with them and the grandchildren of their neighbors. Authorities think that a domestic argument that tragically got out of hand led to this tragedy. They have eliminated any involvement from outside sources, which has prompted them to look into the occurrence as a quadruple homicide-suicide. Jason Dunham's firearm, which he had legally in his possession due to his concealed carry license, was the one used in the shooting. Police have not revealed who requested the welfare check or the grounds for the request, thus the facts surrounding are still unknown. However, Melissa Dunham's coworker told a neighborhood newspaper, the Canton Repository, that she placed a call to the police after not hearing from Melissa for 2 days. This increased worry for Melissa's safety finally resulted in the uncovering of the horrific crime scene. Concerns about the Dunham family's recent actions have been expressed by the neighbors. One of the neighbors made the observation that they had recently noticed the family spending more time indoors, which sparked questions. According to another neighbor, there were also indications that Jason Dunham might have had a domineering personality. The 3 kids attended the Lake Local School District, which assured parents that counselors would be on hand. According to the Lake Local Superintendent, Kevin Tobin, the Uniontown Police Chief informed him on Thursday, the 24th at 9 p.m. He stated that among the children were a boy in 3rd grade, a female in 7th grade, and a 9th grader who played in the band. The district's crisis response team was activated. So on Friday morning, the 25th, Tobin met with counselors and administrators. According to Tobin, staff members and students were meeting with counselors, mental health specialists, and other resources. Tobin stated, "We informed our parents and our staff about the tragedy. Also, counselors and others are meeting with children. We are resolving this as calmly and sympathetically as we can." So who was Melissa Dunham? Melissa Dunham was a partner at the Fair Lawn-based accounting firm Bober, Markey, Fedorovic and Company, according to LinkedIn. Dunham was introduced as a new partner by the company in the announcement. According to the firm's website, Dunham specialized in corporate tax returns, and her knowledge of Employer Retention Credit Program reimbursements have been crucial in maximizing advantages for the firm's clients throughout the pandemic. With a career spanning nearly 2 decades at BMF, Melissa has demonstrated exceptional leadership and significantly contributed to the firm's success, according to the announcement. The release also mentioned Dunham's several honors, which included the Women's Network's Woman of Professional Excellence Award and the Greater Akron Chamber's 30 for the Future Award in 2019. Dunham discusses her appreciation for the Greater Akron community in a Chamber YouTube video.
Wonderful community to raise our children. I have ties to the community with the organizations that I work with. I love being a part of community support services and the Girl Scouts of Northeast Ohio, and the school districts are amazing. They challenge my children.
She participated in Girl Scouts and claimed that the program taught her daughters how to take risks and be leaders. As Bober Markey Fedorovic manages the accounting for her business, Elizabeth Bartz, CEO of Akron-based state and federal communications, had known Dunham for at least 10 to 15 years. Her primary contact was Dunham. The news, according to Bartz, devastated her. "She's a fantastic Girl Scouts mom. She always insisted that her daughters send me their cookie order forms. They would hand deliver them and send me thank you notes," Bartz recalled. Sarah M. Martin, Chief Operating Officer at Bober Markey Fedorovic, wrote in a statement to the Beacon Journal on Friday afternoon that she and the company were devastated by the shocking and tragic news of the deaths of Melissa Dunham and her family. Martin claimed that throughout Melissa's 18 years with the company, she produced immeasurable contributions and was a close friend to many of her coworkers. She said that the company is dedicated to offering counseling and other support to its staff as they cope with this loss. Martin noted that Melissa's memory will forever be etched into the fabric of our BMF community. "We share Melissa's loved one's sorrow at this tragic loss and are heartbroken for them." Jason Dunham worked in sales and business development at POS Highway in Hartsville, according to LinkedIn. "It's the worst case I've ever been a part of in my 23 years out here," said Patrick. "In my 23 years as a law enforcement officer, I've spent all of them here in Uniontown, and this is the worst one I've ever been involved with." So for me personally, just reading these stories, I cannot imagine what people are going through, what they are thinking when they do something like this. How bad are things at home? They cannot be in the right frame of mind, clearly. So let me know what you think in the comments as to why there may be so many cases of family annihilations or familicide.